All right, so today we're looking at a piece of hardware that basically asks one very, very expensive question.
Which is?
How much is your situational awareness actually worth? We're digging into the NTI SPLITMUX-4K18GB-4-2R.
Yeah, that's a mouthful. It's a quad screen splitter, but
Yeah.
calling it a splitter it's like calling a race car just a car.
It really undersells it. The price tag is what, $4,880?
Around there, yeah. You could buy a decent used car for the price of this box.
Exactly. So our mission here isn't just to look at the price, but to figure out who is spending nearly $5,000 on this. I mean, this has to solve a really specific, really painful problem.
It does. This is for the person in a high-stakes control room. Think broadcast, industrial automation, maybe security, someone who is just battling an overload of information.
And it does that by taking 4 separate HDMI 2.0 sources, all Ultra HD 4K, and putting them on one screen.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
But the real magic, and the reason it costs so much, is the performance.
Right. It has to be the speed. Because if you're trying to run 4K feeds at 60 frames a second, any consumer-grade multiviewer is just going to choke.
It'll lag, it'll drop frames. It's useless for professional work. This unit gets the latency down to about 50 milliseconds.
50. That's practically instant. It's faster than your brain can even register a delay.
Exactly. In a live broadcast truck, a half-second delay isn't just annoying, it's a disaster. You need to see what's happening right now.
Okay, so the speed makes sense. But the other thing that jumped out at me was how it handles the display itself. Most of these things lock you into that rigid, 2x2 grid.
The boring quadrants?
Yeah, and if one feed is more important, well, too bad, it gets the same screen space.
This thing just throws that whole idea out. It has a custom display mode.
So you can resize things.
Resize, reposition, you can even layer windows on top of each other.
Wait, layer them? How does that work? Like with transparency?
Yep. You can adjust the transparency. Think of a pilot's heads-up display. You might have one main video feed, but you overlay some semi-transparent telemetry data right on top of it.
Huh. So you can monitor 2 streams without ever moving your eyes.
And critically, it maintains the aspect ratio. So when you're resizing these windows, you're not distorting the image. Text is still readable, shapes are still correct.
Which is huge if you're trying to read something on a security feed. Okay, but that's just the video. What about audio? 4 video feeds usually means audio chaos.
Or you just mute everything, which isn't always an option.
Right.
So this lets you decouple them. You could be watching, say, source 1 and source 2, but listening only to the audio from source 3.
That's a huge deal for multitasking. You're giving the operator total control over their sensory input.
You really are. And that control extends to how you manage the box itself. Web interface, RS-232, Ethernet. It plugs into all those big automated systems.
I also saw this cascading feature, the idea that you can daisy chain them.
Yeah. If 4 sources isn't enough,
you can link them to display, what, 8? 16?
Theoretically, it's indefinite.
Okay, but at what point is that just showing off? I mean, who needs to put 16 4K feeds onto a single monitor?
Think bigger. A space launch control room. A citywide traffic grid. You might have one main multiviewer that's just showing the feeds from 4 other multiviewers.
Ah, okay. So it's about giving a director a single pane of glass to see the entire operation at a glance.
Precisely. And if you're building a system that critical, reliability is everything.
And the MTBF on this. The mean time between failures, it's over 70,000 hours.
It's absurd. That's 8 years of this thing running 20/47 without a single failure.
That's not just durable, that's industrial grade. This is designed to be bolted into a rack and then completely forgotten about for a decade.
And that's the point. It just works. It's instant and it doesn't break.
So if you're that user who needs absolute situational awareness and you can't afford the desk space or really the mental space for a whole wall of monitors, this is the tool.
It turns that wall of chaos into one manageable stream of information.
It does leave me with one last thought, though. With this ability to cascade and layer information pretty much infinitely, we're really pushing the limits of human attention.
That's true.
At what point does all this tech stop helping us and actually start making it all more confusing?
That's the challenge every modern system designer has to solve, isn't it?
A problem for another deep dive. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.